Well, congratulations. You're getting this video because you are in the final round of the Torah Bee. And I just wanted to go over some of the words that are in Hebrew. Actually, I already see that I missed the first one, which is the Hebrew word for Bible is Tanakh. Then the three parts of the Tanakh are Torah, Nevi'im, and Ketuvim. The Hebrew name for a prophet is Navi. When Adam and Eve are hiding after eating from the tree of knowledge of good and evil, God calls out with the famous words, "Where are you?" This in Hebrew is Ayeka. How many plagues are there, and what are the name the first plague and the last plague in Hebrew and English? Dam, Machat, Bechorot. There's a later question to name all of them, but this is one of the easier ones at this point. The sixth commandment of the Torah is not do not kill, but it's lo tirtzach, do not murder. What do we call the food stuff that we're not allowed to put away and eat on Passover? Chametz. What do we do when we do a ritual with a feather and a spoon and check around our house for chametz? We call it bidikat chametz. The part of the Seder in which we look for the afikomen is tzafun. Okay. The three notes of the shofar that are blown on Rosh Hashanah are tkiya, shvarim, truah. The Hebrew name for the 10 Commandments are the Aseret Hadibrot. Hebrew name for the 10 plagues are Aseret Hamakot, Eser Hamakot. Eser Hamakot. In Hebrew, the code of Joseph's code of many colors is called the Ketonet Pasim. Honor your father and your mom and your dad. Kaved et avicha v'et imecha. The golden calf in Hebrew, Egel Masecha. If you want to say until 120, you say it in Hebrew, Ad Mea Ve'esrim, another way of saying happy birthday. Shavua Tov, we say at the end of the week, and of course it would have been enough, is Dai Dayenu. The name of the person who will come and make the world of peace and love and harmony is called the Mashiach, or the Messiah. Someone who's not religious but becomes religious is called a Baal Tshuva. This fictitious wall around a city that allows people to carry on Shabbat is called an Eruv. When a parent dies and someone has to say the Kaddish, and this is, the first words are Yitkadal v'Yitkadash Shemei Rabbah. The mom of Moshe is Yochevet. At the end of, when we are at a Yom Kippur service, we don't just say have an easy fast, som kal, but we also say will you be sealed in the book of life? Gemar Chatima Tova. Before Passover, when we take our stuff that's chametz and we sell it, it's called mechirat chametz. On Purim, we give gifts to the poor. It's called matanot la'evyonim. On Purim, we give gifts to other people, and that's called mishloach manot. The first mitzvah of the Torah is to be fruitful and multiply, or peru or vu. Peru or vu. 10 Commandments are found in Parshat Yitro and Parshat Ve'et Chanan. Yitro and Ve'et Chanan. The Hebrew word for the story of the binding of Isaac, one of the most famous stories of the Torah, is Akedat Yitzchak. God's name at the burning bush is I will be what I will be, or Eheyeh Asher Eheyeh. Here come all the 10 plagues, and it's easy in a song. Dam Sfardei Akinim, Arov Deveshechin, Barad Arbechoshech, Makat Bechorot. These are the 10 plagues. When someone is speaking badly about someone else, that's called Lashon Hara. The name for counting of the Omer is called Sfirat HaOmer, and some people just say it's the Sfira, is that time period. Saving a life is Pikuach Nefesh. The 4 things that you hold on Sukkot, the lulav and etrog and willow and hadas, are called are called Arba Minim. Complete the song, Misha, 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 Misha Nichnas Adar. If I am not for myself, who will be for me? Im ein ani li mili, ukshe'ani la'atzmi ma'ani. Im ein ani li mili, ukshe'ani la'atzmi ma'ani. Im ein ani li mili, ukshe'ani la'atzmi ma'ani. On three things the world stands: on Torah, on works, on holy works, and on deeds of chesed. Al shlosha devarim, al shlosha devarim, al shlosha devarim ha'olam omed. Al haTorah v'al avodah v'al gemilut chasadim. Al haTorah v'al avodah v'al gemilut chasadim. In the image of God is B'Tselem Elohim. Who is rich? The person who's happy with what he has. Ezehu ashir hasameach bechelko. Love your neighbor as yourself. V'yahavta l'reacha kamocha. V'yahavta l'reacha kamocha. We've been learning this just now in 3rd, 4th, and 5th grade. The phrase, we will do and we will listen. Na'aseh v'nishma. It's not your job to finish the task, but you still have to help with the solution. Lo alecha hamlacha ligmor, lo alecha ligmor, velo ata ben chorin lehibatel mimena. Who is wise? The person who learns from everyone. Ezehu chacham, halomed mikol ha'adam. One mitzvah leads to another. One bad deed or an avera leads to another. Mitzvah goreret mitzvah. Avera goreret avera. When God speaks to Abraham for the first time, he says, Lech lecha me'artzecha umi moladetecha umi beit avicha. The 3 prayer services that we say each day are Shacharit, Mincha, and Ma'ariv. The morning service, Shacharit. Afternoon service, Mincha, Ma'ariv, the evening service. To know if something is kosher, it has a hechsher on it. The 39 different kinds of work you're not allowed to do on Shabbat, Lamed Tet Melachot. This is the hardest of all because it's not even Hebrew, it's Aramaic. What you hate, do not do to others. This is what Hillel says when someone says, I will convert if you can tell me the whole Torah on one foot. De'alach senei l'chavrach lo ta'aved. De'alach senei l'chavrach lo ta'aved. De'alach senei l'chavrach lo ta'aved. When you make a mitzvah beautiful, you do hidur mitzvah. The God's portable house is called the Mishkan. And that's it. Best of luck, everyone.